The striped bass has 7 or 8 longitudinal stripes which are usually unbroken on silvery sides and white belly with a dark green to gray above. It has a firm, delicate white meat, best served with the skin off. It is caught offshore from the surf to a few miles out. It is found around almost all types of structure. They are best active in water temperature of 62 to 70 degrees. They will eat just about all types of live bait, from live eels to surf clams, to surface plugs, spoons, and bucktails. The IGFA record is 78 pounds, caught in New Jersey. In this segment, we're going to cover the proper way to clean a striped bass. This fish can be caught in both fresh and salt water. It's a very popular game fish. First thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the head. We're going to cut this one off in a C-type motion. Cut down through. After the head's removed, we're going to take the fish, we're going to put our hand down on the left side. We're going to apply pressure downward. We're going to stick the knife in and cut through above the anal fin. Do like we did before on the other fish. We're going to bring it up. Take the curved part of our knife. These are a little heavier bones. We're going to push it down through and cut through the rib cage bones connected to the vertebrae. Then at that point, we're at about a center line with our vertebrae. Now remember, like in all fish, we want to come down on the other side of the vertebrae, and we want to ride it on about a 60-degree angle and draw our knife real slow. Keep our finger on the top of the knife blade. We apply pressure down with our left hand. We use the curved edge of our knife. We keep our finger on the edge of the blade, and we draw it right on through. Notice how that meat curves when we apply pressure with our left. Don't think the knife is doing everything. We cut through the tail meat and have that fillet moved. Now again, we're going to take the other side off, flip it over. Again, apply pressure down with our left hand, down to the board this time, not up. Press it down, take the curved part of our knife, cut through the anal fin area, pull it up, that's removed. Now we want to come through. The easiest way to do it, to remove the second half, lay the fish down, apply pressure down with our left hand. We want those bones to interlock. We push it right in above the dorsal fin. We come right on back using that curved edge of the knife again. Take our thumb, hold the meat back so we can see. We don't want to pull on it, just enough to hold it. Come back to the center of the fish. We take our knife again on a 60-degree angle, right on the other side of the vertebrae. We pull very slow and through the fish. After we've done that, we turn our fish. On this one, it's much easier to come through, push the knife down, rock down to remove that backbone. After we remove those two fillets, all we have to do next is take out the rib cage. Okay, now we're going to remove the rib bones from the striped bass. They're very similar to a freshwater bass because they have a deep curve down into the flesh. So what we want to do is do like the other fish, take the knife, turn the edge up, work it right alongside the flesh and the bones. Then we want to come back and rub with the curved edge down. Now on this particular fish, we want to kind of take and scrape the knife along those bones. They are very heavy bones, and they don't cut through as easily as they would maybe on a trout or a finer fish. You can scrape that meat back. By doing that, you're leaving more meat in that belly section. If you cut that belly section away and throw it away, it's a lot of wasted meat. Now, you want to come back on the other side, come up, score that line, and you can press down a little harder on a striped bass because of the heavy bones. You stick your hand underneath, you take your finger, and you use it as a pair of pliers with a knife and just pull it straight back to you. And every one of your bones come out just as you see them right there. Okay, now if you've noticed, after we remove these rib bones, you have a much deep-seated bone. It's a much heavier bone. We now want to remove the 3 or 4 bones that go back in toward the high side of the fish. like we did on your bass and the other fish I showed you. Come on one side of the bone, we cut to the flesh. Then we come back, we go forward, we cut close to the other side. We pick the fish up, we use our thumb and our knife again as a pair of pliers, start at the top, pull them straight back. All the bones have been removed now except the heavy collarbone, which we're going to leave in this rockfish. Now I'm going to show you how to skin this striped bass. We start at the tail like we do the other fish. Work our knife between the skin and the flesh. Seesaw it back and forth. It's a firm skin. It's really easy. And now she's ready to prepare. We're going to leave this large collarbone in and take it to the kitchen to show you a rockfish recipe.